that yes, food is going to make you happy. That chocolate does make me feel a little better. So that's why my page says I help women lose weight without sacrificing that piece of cake. If your motive is to lose weight or look cleaner, those are very small goals.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Listen Up with Sim and Isha, where we dive into real conversations about life, personal growth, and everything in between. Today, we have an exciting episode lined up for you, so turn up the volume and listen up. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Listen Up with Sim and Isha. Those of you who watch us on YouTube, I think आप सोच रहे होगे हम एक different setup में हैं. It's because it's a very special episode, isn't it, Simran?
Yes, we have a very special guest with us today, and I'm so excited because it's our first guest today, right, Isha?
Yes, I'm very happy. We have with us Chitrika Bansali. Chitrika here is a CrossFit trainer. She's a nutrition coach and also someone I understand who believes that fitness is a balanced approach.
Yeah.
You teach your clients that as well.
Yeah.
So welcome to Listen Up, Chitrika.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Great. So Chitrika, I have been following your journey for a while now. बहुत time हो गया, almost 2-3 years मैं आपको follow कर रही हूँ. And I'm really inspired by what you do. मैं अपनी सिस्टर को बहुत बार बोलती हूँ कि अगर चित्रिका वेकेशन पे जाके वर्कआउट कर सकती हैं और वहाँ पे अपनी डाइट का ध्यान रख सकती हैं, then why can't we? Because when we feel like we don't want to go to the gym, तो उस दिन I take you as my inspiration and I find you as my inspiration. You're very inspiring that way.
Thank you.
How did you find fitness and nutrition in your life?
So basically, I was working in a corporate firm. I was working with KPMG for almost 2.5-3 years.
Okay.
But there was no job satisfaction as such. Like what I was doing, I knew that, okay, anyone else can replace me and maybe do the same thing. I was not doing much. Plus, maybe not the quality of work. The work was not making me internally happy.
I understand.
I did not feel any purpose to life. And then I decided that I need to do something which adds value to someone's life. But then obviously when you're working somewhere, there is a financial aspect to look at. I had bills to pay, so I couldn't leave my job completely or quit my job. So then I decided that I would do something and see where I go, right? So with my work, I started in my building. There were like 4-5 people. I told them, I'll just coach you.
Okay.
And you let me know how do you feel about it. I started coaching this 5 to 6 women for say 2-3 weeks, and they told me you should take this seriously. You're
Wow.
too good at it. Because I was reading, I was on the weekends, I was teaching them, and so then I decided to I actually started partying less, saving a little bit of money, and I told my parents about it, and they are like, why not? Like if you think, because they clearly knew I'm not happy.
Okay.
So my parents supported me quite a lot in this journey, and then I just quit my job and I started into fitness. But yeah, it took me almost 1-2 years of a lot of struggle to get there. So nowadays when many people ask me that how do we get into fitness like a coach, I think the whole perception of people is money. But I think for me it was more like helping people, creating a space wherein people grow. So I had a different mentality about fitness, and that helped me also reach a point. Then the money flows in. So I believe that if your intentions are right, if you know what you want, you attract that kind of a crowd also.
Yeah.
And then eventually it turns out to be. That is how fitness came.
No, that is definitely. I see that in your page, and when I
Yeah.
follow you, like you're very authentic, you're very raw.
I
and
try
love-
to be.
No, and it's very empowering as a girl.
Yeah.
So I love that content.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Simran, you've told me about that you saw her page. What did you think about it?
Like, I just love what she said right now. She said that if you are in authenticity of what you're doing, the money flows by itself, And
Yeah.
I really see that when I'm like looking at your page as well, or even the work that you do. It's because you truly like to do it. It's not like just a means to an end, And that's why the money
Yeah.
has come. It comes when
Yeah.
you are like driven by your purpose, instead of
I
like
agree.
worrying about it constantly. It's that energy,
I agree.
So
very
yeah,
much.
I honestly saw that even when Isha showed me your page, I was like, yeah, we totally should get her on, because it's for us to bring people who are different than us is very important also to the podcast, in the sense that knowledge that we don't have. Like, I'm not a fitness expert. I don't think Isha is. So it will be great for the audience to also hear that from your point of view of what you have to share. So yeah, we're very excited to have you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so much. That was very
definitely.
sweet of you. Thank
But
you.
I
Definitely
have a
will.
question. I have a big question, because I am very guilty of this. I always start my fitness journey and I'm like motivated, and I'm like 3 months I'm going to the gym, or like 3 weeks I'm going to the gym. And suddenly I see that the motivation has run out and I'm not being as consistent as I was before. And I'm sure you've seen this with your
Yeah.
clients as well, or people
Hmm.
reach out to you all the
Yeah.
time.
I'm guilty
So
of
I'd
it
love
too.
Yeah. So I'd love to know, like, how can you actually stay on track, and not just start, but be more consistent?
Hmm. I would say with clients who come to me initially, they have this problem, but once they join me, I think they have told me that they never in life again went through the same thing, because I feel that the whole perception of starting your fitness journey with many people is like sacrificing a lot of things and giving your 100% every day. And what happens with that perception is you can't sustain it for long.
Okay.
Number two, there will be days when, when you start your fitness, see how life is. Today you're sitting with me, we are having a conversation. Tomorrow it would be something else.
Yes.
It's ups and downs with everything. But when it comes to fitness, we are not ready to accept that downfall. We want it to be always high, which is not possible. There
consistent
are
results आते रहे.
हाँ, and नहीं भी आएंगे result. But आपको पता होना चाहिए that why am I doing this? If your motive is to lose weight or look leaner, those are very small goals. You need to have a bigger perception about why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like for me, it's like once I am 50, 60, I still want to go around. I want to maintain that functionality. If I'm going international, I want to go for treks. So these are my motivations. So even if I have a low phase, you need to accept it that, okay, it's okay. In life also, you are going to feel like around your periods, you don't feel your best.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that you're going to take pills and stop the periods to come, right?
Exactly.
That process is still going to go on. You deal with it. So I think people need to understand and accept that you are going to face a low phase when it comes to fitness also. But how do you look at it is important. That, okay, 2 days I don't feel like, 3 days I don't feel like, 4th day also I don't feel like, but at least just let me go and walk on the treadmill. If I have a workout in front of me, not necessary you have to finish the whole thing. Like if there are 4 sets, maybe you can do 2. Okay, but at least just do a little bit. Show up.
Exactly.
Because if I can ask you, have you ever worked out and felt like क्यों किया workout?
No.
Never. You will. There's never a feeling which makes you feel bad about working out. But yeah, starting is
आज
a task.
जाने
का मन नहीं होता, because उसके पहले हमारे दिमाग में होता है, I have to do this workout, I have to do a 20-minute cardio before, I have to do a 20-minute cardio after. So if you make it so hard for yourself, you won't be able to sustain it. This is the workout aspect I'm talking about. Same goes with the nutrition. If you stop eating sugar completely, if you stop socializing completely, if you stop eating your favorite foods completely, till when will you sustain?
True. वो एक point के बाद you will become bored of it, na?
Yeah. So if you want, like you said, I tend to, like, after a few months the motivation goes in. Like I have been into fitness for such a long time. There's not a single day where I'm like motivated. I'm going to go to the gym. Wow. But it's a discipline which follows.
Yes.
And that follows because I know what it makes me feel later on, and what is a broad perspective of it when it comes to my future growth. So I think thinking, like having, like, to cut down the answer, I think to understand that it's okay to feel like that. Everyone is going to that. Let's give this some days. Let's just not go. But then start slow. That's okay. Down is going to come. So I think acceptance is important. Second, not doing anything which is extreme. That's about it.
Okay.
That's a good one, yeah, because a lot of us do that, where we get into this extreme
Yes.
zone that, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
like a 3-hour workout today and then tomorrow.
Exactly. But that's not your fault. I think gyms में भी अगर तुम postures देखते हो, go hard or go out, do or die. These are very extreme quotes. So when gyms also like put across these, it's very hard to also. That's why my page says I help women lose weight without sacrificing that piece of cake. The reason for that is like because I believe in it. I myself love having pizza. I have it every week. I don't want to remember my life when I go forward that, I did not eat what I love to eat, right?
Absolutely.
So I think it's important to balance, basically.
No, I love
For
that
sure.
actually. You mentioned consistency की आपने बात की and obviously हम सब lack करते हैं कभी ना कभी. पर एक और चीज़ है, कई बार I feel कि हम लोग जिम जा रहे हैं, डाइट कर रहे हैं, पर फिर भी कुछ मिसिंग इंग्रेडिएंट मुझे फील होता है कि सब कुछ कंसिस्टेंटली होते हुए भी एंड द बज़वर्ड और मे बी मैं बहुत रीड कर रही हूँ इंस्टाग्राम पे गट हेल्थ की बहुत ज्यादा बात कर रहे हैं वो. You think that is the answer for that? Like absorption नहीं होता nutrition का because if your gut health is not strong, like its immunity build नहीं होती या energy levels low हो जाते हैं because of that?
I think gut health is everywhere these days.
Okay.
मतलब वो gut health के बारे में suddenly there is so much going on the internet, and there's a reason behind. If you see the graph of internet, initially there are these diets which come into picture, be it keto, be it intermittent fasting, be it detox, be it cutting down the dairy, many diets come in, and then आप देखोगे कि ये फिर gut health programs आना शुरू हो जाते हैं. So now the gut health phase is going on. So why this happens? Because if you follow something extreme, then you are playing with your gut.
Okay.
Like for women, I would never recommend intermittent fasting. For men, it does help. But we go through so many hormonal changes on regular basis. We wake up sometimes cranky. Usme if someone tells you, abhi 1 baje to kuch nahi khana. Okay? You are just making your life difficult. Right? So when you do all these things, then after sometimes you are following keto, you lose weight. Then your body is now used to eating more fats. That's keto.
Yeah.
Right? Then you give it a break because see, if you're grown up eating carbs, dal chawal, you won't be able to sustain a keto diet. Okay. Then what happens? You switch to the normal one. Then you're again playing with your gut. So gut is obviously very important. Why? Because if your gut is fine, you will lose weight efficiently, you will feel more energetic, you will feel more confident. Who is going to feel confident if they are farting all the time?
True.
Right?
True.
So it does play with your confidence, how you feel, and sometimes like you don't feel like going out or meeting people or eating because पेट खराब हो जाएगा, घर पे खा के जाती हूँ. Many things are related to gut. But there are a few things which I can mention here, which can help people work on their gut health rather than following a detox diet or a gut cleansing diet. That will help you. I'm not saying they are bad, but that is not a permanent fix. Okay. It will temporarily 1-2 weeks आपको अच्छा feel करेगा. But then again you're going to go through the same thing because the root cause you have not worked enough to find the root cause. So I would say, first of all, waking up, making sure you are having water, you are having some fats, not necessarily 1 chammach ghee डाल के पानी में पीना है, but for example, you have 4-5 almonds. Okay. You then have some
healthy
fruit.
Fats, like
healthy fats. Then you have some fruit, and then maybe do your chai, coffee. Okay. But people just wake up and the coffee and chai, they have acidic properties. If you drink that and then that time you feel like, oh wow, I'm feeling energetic, but that's again playing with your gut health. Number 2, eating and sitting. Like you have your lunch, you have your dinner, you sit. You need to just walk for like 5 minutes after you eat your food. Even that helps with your gut health in general. Every meal you're saying? Every meal, but if not every meal, say for example, morning, your day is active, for example. So theek hai, after breakfast you didn't know, but maybe after lunch, if you know that I'm going to sit for a very long time, you would rather walk a little. Okay. Then there is like making sure you are eating enough vegetables in your diet, you are adding 1 or 2 fruits a day. Okay, you're making sure you are not only doing protein. You're also making sure that you are adding some carbs to your nutrition, because nowadays people talk a lot about protein,
Yes.
which I totally agree to, because as Indians we need to consume protein. That's a fact. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that you will have a chicken salad, or you will have a paneer salad, or you will have a sprouts salad, right? You need to, that doesn't mean that rice is bad or roti is bad. It's just that how to balance it. But with gut health, like I said, adding vegetables, adding 1 or 2 fruits. And also, like, I think the evening time is when people start feeling gassy and irritated, because they starve themselves in the evening drinking multiple cups of teas and coffees. Yeah. Because they think that it's just 20-30 calories, let me save calories. But that leads to a lot of acidity in many individuals. Then when you tell them to eat, they'll start eating peanuts, or they'll start eating chanas again, or bloat ho gaye. Okay? So then the better way is do a fruit in the evening, do some, again, healthy fats in the evening, maybe do a little bit of Greek yogurt in the evening, then maybe do your tea and coffee. Empty stomach, if you put tea or coffee in your body in the evening when you have not had anything, then it's going to cause you.
There's a myth also around this. You mentioned कि उस type of fruit खा सकते हो in the evening. There's a myth कि raw चीजें नहीं खानी चाहिए. Is that true?
Raw vegetables, there are few vegetables which does cause you acidity and bloating if you have it later on in the day. So fruit also, like I would say, basically evening snack is not 7 p.m., 8 p.m. It's 4 p.m., 5 p.m. That's the evening snack time where you can easily consume fruit. But if you are doing it later on, say 7, 7:30, then it's better to have a Greek yogurt and some nuts. But like you said, raw ka aisa kuch problem nahi, but there are some vegetables like cabbage, broccoli, there is bell peppers. They are a little gassy. So if you have them in the night. That's why my clients who suffer with gut issues, I tell them, for dinner, try eating more cooked. Because you will see there are many Jain people who eat before 7 p.m. The reason is that the digestion starts getting slow in the evening time. So that is when it's easy. It's better to eat foods which you can digest easily. So then if you can do cooked vegetables, it's great. But some people are okay with raw also. So I think that's a myth. It's very individual thing, like
body to body
thing. But इसमें कोई गलती नहीं है. अगर मेरी क्लाइंट को रोज रात को कुछ मीठा खाने की आदत है, तो मैं उसको बोलती हूँ कि like she's like, I need to eat something sweet. If I give her a small apple, she's like, oh, I feel good. So that's better than having a full bar of say a sneaker, right? So sometimes we get so much into कि raw नहीं खाना है, okay. But then we forget the basic that a fruit is anytime better than having a chocolate.
True.
Right? So,
For sure.
so I'm just giving you an example.
No.
So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. I think that really is funny because my question now was about stress eating and binging. And I have this habit of always having like a chocolate bar in the night. Like I have a bad habit. I know a lot of us have this where we kind of eat our emotions sometimes, you know, and we either are binging or we are basically stress eating. So is this something that you see a lot, and how can we break this habit if you have any?
So first of all, I think stress eating is very common. I think food is very much to do with emotions. Let's agree on it. Yeah. We need to normalize the fact that when we are happy or sad, we do look at food as a way of like a coping mechanism.
True.
Okay. So it's not that we are something different or we are doing something wrong in it. It's the fact. Obviously, we can, like I'll talk about how we can deal through it. But first is acceptance that yes, food is going to make you happy, right? Second, yes, if I'm stressed, that chocolate does make me feel a little better, right? So first is like understanding that this is not something which is very different. This happens, okay? Second, I feel it's important to understand how to deal with it rather than thinking
Yeah.
of it, I want to stop this habit, because that's not going to happen. You can just deal with stress eating a little better. But if you ask me, can I stop it
Mhm.
completely? No.
Hmm.
If you think of it like, is it going to completely stop? It's not going to stop, but the way you deal with it can get better, right? So there are like, first
Absolutely.
is which I always tell my clients, if you know that there's something which triggers you, like in your case, there is that chocolate bar which you said, don't keep it very close to you if you can reach out to it very easily. Okay, keep it away, number one. Number two, even if you have to order it, tell yourself that I will go down to the shop and I'll get it for myself. The chances of you being in a stress
Yeah.
situation, going down and getting that chocolate is hard. Okay. So, number one,
Yes.
not making it easily available. First point. Second point, I think for many mothers, it gets hard. I work with many mothers who are right now, they have a small baby. So for उनके लिए chocolate घर पे नहीं रखना is difficult, right? They have chocolate at home.
Yeah.
So I think that point is the next point which I'm going to come across, is that even if you feel like having it, how do you then deal with it? Okay. Number one, first of all, wait for 10 minutes. Even if you're in a stressful situation, rather than just going for something, wait for 10 minutes. And in those 10 minutes, you have 2-3 options around what you can do. First is like maybe just walk around. Second, call someone and share what you're feeling. Okay. Third, if you're someone who loves writing, I am not. I would rather call my sister and tell her this is what I'm feeling. But there are some people who love to note down what they feel. So if you're one of those, you can just note down that what you're feeling right now. Okay. Have some water. After 10 minutes also, if you feel the same way, eat it. But those 10 minutes really help you realize that more than eating that chocolate, it's more about letting that stress out in some or the other way. Yeah. So second is that I would say give yourself 10 minutes. Give yourself some time before just, going at a particular thing. Third, sometimes actually eating it, but eating it slowly. So telling yourself that, okay, I'm stressed now, I want to have this chocolate, let me just have it, but let me just eat it slowly and enjoy every bite of it. इससे क्या होगा, अगर आप पूरी बार खाते हो शायद आधी खाओगे, because of slowly खा रहे हो, you are enjoying it. Okay. Last thing is acceptance plus I would say a little bit of self-discipline. Acceptance in a way that, okay, it's okay to be stressed and be doing this. And second is self-discipline in a way that, okay, I did this today, but now again tomorrow if you feel like it, okay, then what will you do? You'll have to tell yourself, okay, I felt that way yesterday, I did enjoy, okay, but I have a goal in my mind. And what is the goal? For me, I want to be more active. I want to feel more energetic. What is chocolate going to do to you? It's going to eventually slow you down. You're not going to wake up morning feeling wow. Okay. So just then understanding that how is this action going to affect your future goal, right? So these are few things I tell my clients. Wait for 10 minutes, maybe keep that thing away from you if that's in your control. Okay, even if you want to go get it, take 10 minutes before and accept it, that it's okay. Forgive yourself rather than I don't have self-discipline, I'm lazy, I always do this, I'm so angry. Like it's like a baby. Just imagine, just take yourself into your childhood. If as a baby I told you, you're eating chocolate, oh my god, you have no self-control, what will you do? You're going to do that more. So sometimes we don't realize that after so many years of coaching, I've realized it's not the food, it's the self-talk. What do you do? So the more empathetic you are to yourself, the more you're going to grow and have a better relationship with food.
I think I really love that, Chitrika.
Absolutely.
क्योंकि
Yeah.
मैंने कभी किसी फिटनेस ट्रेनर को जर्नलिंग या 10 मिनट वेट करना ये नहीं बोलते सुना है. Like, you know, giving yourself grace.
I
allowing
think
yourself.
I would give that credit to my PN level. I have done my Precision Nutrition Master 2 coaching. That has taught me all of that. I didn't know because I was also very much like ये करना है मेरे clients को ये करो. When I did this course and I realized that okay, why am I getting so many clients? You know, I am not telling someone something different. This is what every coach knows. Like they know that protein khana hai, veggies khana hai. But then I realized that not many people are talking about the mental aspect of food in detail.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that really helps. And you know, one of the reasons I love doing podcasts because I love talking about this because this is so important.
No, it is. It definitely, especially in this sedentary lifestyle ना, जो हमारा lifestyle busy हो गया है.
Yeah.
12 घंटे हम लैपटॉप के आगे बैठे हैं.
Yeah.
And we are not preparing any meals. हम लोग बस जो फिर आता है, whatever is in reach, like you said, keep
Yeah.
it out of your reach.
Yeah.
Whatever is in reach, वो खाते हैं.
Yeah.
So maybe we can also talk about some tips
Yeah.
here that जो हम खाने के साथ prepare कर सकते हैं, you know,
Hmm.
meal के लिए.
Meal
when
planning
you-
for
meal
someone
planning.
who is busy.
Exactly. How we can do that.
I would say आप जो रीच में होता है वो खाते भी इसीलिए हो कभी कभी क्योंकि कुछ प्लानिंग ही नहीं है.
हाँ.
मतलब पता ही नहीं है खाना क्या है.
True.
तो फिर जो सामने दिखेगा वही
वही
खाओगे
खाओगे.
ना. तो फिर और वो फिर जब सामने दिखता है तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आप एक फ्रूट ले लोगे क्योंकि आपको भूख लगी है.
हाँ.
तो आप ऐसे ही कुछ लोगे जो आपको पसंद है. ठीक है. इफ यू आर वेरी हंग्री यू आर गोइंग टू पिक योर कंफर्ट फूड.
Yes.
Right? So I think planning is very important.
हाँ.
And when I mean planning, I think it's very easy. You just need to understand the basics of it. Like for example, my palm size is my plate.
Hmm.
Okay. Half of your plate should be always filled with vegetables. So it's not necessarily cooked vegetables. Cooked raw combination of both. जैसे आपने भिंडी ले ली एक cooked vegetable. रॉ में आपने कैरेट या क्यूकम्बर ले लिया आपकी आधी प्लेट भर जाएगी. रिमेनिंग हाफ शुड बी डिवाइडेड इनटू कार्ब्स एंड प्रोटीन. So I don't get into weighing food like 100 grams of rice one because if you're going out on a vacation, if you're going for a like get together, you won't sit with a weighing scale.
True.
Right? So you need to know your portions. You need to learn slow eating.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, to know how
Yeah.
to design your plate. Number one. Okay. Number two, know what are your protein sources, what are vegetables, what are actually carbs.
Okay.
So that you can place your plate well now. See, fats, I'm not putting a lot of emphasis on because सबका खाना या तो घी में या तो तेल में बनता है.
हाँ.
तो fats एक वहां से आ जाता है. ठीक है. So if I look at protein, vegetarians should know that okay, paneer is a source of protein, but if made at home, outside paneer, store-bought paneer has more fat. 1 cube of cheese ka calories is equal to 1 cube of paneer calorie, which you get from outside.
हाँ.
So if you
my
want to have paneer as a source of protein, you need to make it at home with your normal cow's milk.
Okay.
It's a very easy process
Yes.
also. Then there is tofu for vegetarians, there is soya chunks for vegetarians, there is Greek yogurt for vegetarians, there is edamame, there's a protein supplement for vegetarians, a whey protein powder, which we call it. So these are, for example, and dal is a source of protein. Okay, but it's not that if I tell you as a vegetarian dal is a source of protein, you can't be adding the same source in every meal because it also has carbs, right? So you add it in one meal,
Yeah.
but then the another meal should have paneer or maybe it should have tofu or Greek yogurt or something else. Got it?
ठीक है.
So that's
Yeah.
your vegetarian source of protein. Non-vegetarian can use all vegetarian sources also, and plus they have like chicken, eggs, many options. Fish is there, right? Now carbs, so there is endless. There's no stop to it. There's pizza, there's pasta. The problem is when we talk about carbs, people only say rice roti. Pizza bhi kha sakte ho as a source of carb, right? There's pasta, there is rice, there's roti, there's bread, there's potatoes is also a lovely source of carbs. So all these are carb sources now, and the vegetables are vegetables. Like there are so many vegetables. You call it the fancy, from fancy to desi. All vegetables are vegetables. Now the thing is that
Yeah.
आपने अभी आपकी प्लेट आ गई. How do you eat that? You start eating with vegetables.
Okay.
Okay, you have some vegetables, then you go towards a protein, and then you go a little bit towards a carb. So for example, if I want to have a pizza, I'll start eating my vegetables first. I'll eat a little bit of chicken, then I'll go to that pizza. Then I'll automatically have 2 slices and not 5. So I think the sequence is important.
Okay.
And second, how to know how to place your plate is important.
Nice.
I think these are the 2 important things.
Wow.
So then, for example, if you're a busy professional, like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
right? अभी आप दोपहर को घर पे हो, आपके बहुत बिजी हो, आपको नहीं पता मैं क्या खाऊं. You just take Greek yogurt, एक स्लाइस ब्रेड ले लिया, उसके ऊपर आपने थोड़ा बटर लगा लिया, कैरेट क्यूक्यूम्बर है, ब्रेड का ओपन सैंडविच बना लो, साथ में ग्रीक योगर्ट खा लो, आपका मील हो गया. इसको कुछ बिल्कुल भी टाइम नहीं लगता. अंडा, इफ यू आर अ नॉन वेजिटेरियन, अंडा भुर्जी बना ली, उसके साथ ब्रेड ले लिया, सब्जियां, कैरेट क्यूक्यूम्बर जस्ट छील के खा लिया, हो गया. So it doesn't have to be difficult, but it requires planning. If you think you'll wake up and think, अच्छा आज क्या खाऊंगी, so then it's not going to be easy. But if you pre-plan, like how I do is, रात को before I sleep, I have in my mind that my breakfast is going to be this. Okay, let me just keep my oats and protein powder in the fridge because I'm very busy the first half. So मैं सुबह को मेरा overnight oats is fixed. I know, okay, lunch में I'm going to have this vegetable. My protein is going to be the dal, so sprouts are there just to boil them. Some boiled rice, I'll have it with some chutney or whatever dressing I want to have. So I have these things in my mind. So it's very easy for me because see, when I pre-plan, I also know घर पे क्या है, क्या नहीं है, और मुझे क्या blinkit करना है, ठीक है? But pre-plan नहीं करोगे तो हमेशा clueless ही रहोगे, right?
In fact, I love this because हमने अभी वो binging की भी बात की कि अगर reach में ही आपके yogurt पड़ा होगा, then you'll go for the yogurt ना,
Yeah,
chocolate bar की जगह. तो वो
exactly. And I'm not saying कि तुम वो चीजों पे नहीं जाओगे जो आपको पसंद है, बट अगर आपने सही चीजें जो सही भी is not a right word, I don't like using good or bad for food, but I feel if you are eating food which are more towards the nutrition, if you're eating them well, then automatically foods which are not very nutritious, you're not going to overeat them. That's the main point here. Like maybe you will reach out to that chocolate, but if you have had a wholesome dinner which has protein also, which has vegetables also, some carbs also, you won't eventually eat the whole thing.
I get it. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So that's about the basic. Nutrition is quite simple, just made complicated by many people, but it's genuinely very easy.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Honestly, like we spoke about so many different aspects of nutrition. I got a lot of things which I'm going to go back and apply for sure,
So nice.
especially with mind binging.
So nice. Let me know how did it help you, because I love, like, obviously knowledge is one thing, but I really like when clients share their experience, because see, not everything works for everyone. I have told you 4 things. There'll be that one thing which will work very well for you. So yeah, if it works, do let me know what works, because that helps me as a coach also move forward and help more people.
Absolutely. But I think for all our listeners today and anyone listening to this conversation, if there's one key takeaway that they can take from here, if there's anything you'd like to share with them, we'd love to hear your advice.
I think 2 things. One is it's actually simple. If you have heard me, don't make it complicated for yourself. Number 1. Number 2, one step at a time. See what your goal is. What are the skills required to reach the goal? And then break down your skills into small actions you can do every day. For example, my goal is to lose weight. What are the skills required to lose weight? I need to, make sure that I do this. There are many things. Abhi usme se just pick one thing for now. Okay, just let me start eating vegetables. A small action I'm going to do every day. Okay, with vegetables, how much vegetable? Half of the plate. Okay, so for that, I need to make sure that ghar pe vegetables hai. This is a nutrition goal. Second, okay, I'm going to walk minimum 5,000 steps every day. So 1 movement goal, 1 nutrition goal. That's it. Now, don't also include protein workouts in this. Do this for 1 to 2 weeks. Get a hang of it. You'll start feeling better. Then maybe pick one more thing. Okay, let's start working out also 2 days a week. Okay, now let's start, adding a little bit of protein also. But if you think of solving everything together, and then what you said happens earlier, that you lose motivation. So for all my listeners, I would just say, look at your goal, break it down into different skills, followed by small actions you can do every day. That's about it.
I think that's lovely advice, Chitrika. That is
Yeah.
genuinely lovely. And I have to say, for me and Simran, I think firsts are always special. We are those people. And you being our first guest is very special for us.
Thank you so much.
So-
I hope I could help.
No,
It's-
definitely. And before we let you go, you can tell our audience where they can find you and learn more from you.
I have my Instagram page is Coach Chitrika Bhansali. So I am only on Instagram as of now. There I try to, be as authentic and real as I can. So I think that's where you can just follow me and, get some knowledge. Basically not something which will help you immediately, but surely which will help you over the period of time with your health and fitness.
I think definitely, guys, you should go and
Thanks.
follow her. I'll put the
Thanks.
link in the description below for you. And thank you so much, Chitrika. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
taking out time for us today.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Thank you so very much. It was lovely to have you.
Same here.
Thank you.
Same here. Thank you so much. And I'm very happy. My last podcast was also with with someone who she has built her own thing, and I was so excited to be on her podcast because it was all women. They had come up together and they were doing it, and with you both also.
Centric, yeah.
Like for me, it's very important that I work around and have that female energy around me. I think that's more needed nowadays.
Oh.
Yes.
So I think I'm very happy that you both are doing this. I just hope that you both shine bright
Thank
and
you.
have
Thank you
have
so
more podcasts.
I wish the same for you as well.
Same. Thank you. Thank
Hopefully,
you.
we'll have you soon again.
And then you can come
Yes.
again and in the future again, for sure.
done.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Listen Up with Sim and Isha. Hope you enjoyed the conversation and make sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay tuned and listen up.